Uh-oh, it's time. For those who watch my videos, my subs, y'all already know what time it is, man. I'm about to break down the Madden viewing, the gameplay at E3. Y'all already know, man, so look, button up your chin strap, tighten up your cleats, man. All my football fanatics, let's go. Let's get it, man. And I'm gonna say something real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. This Madden will be one of the best selling Madden of all time. I'm gonna tell you that. And nah, SimHeads, don't think your boy Big Play switching up on you. Nah, I'm gonna show you exactly why. I'm saying what I'm saying. It's gonna make sense. Let's go, people. Buckle up your chin straps. Alright, man, I don't have that much time, so I'm gonna get it in and get out. Alright, Cam Weber, hats off to you, bro. I think you're trying to do the best you can with Madden. I really do. I see it, the game is advancing. But I know a long time ago I called it when you said a 3-year plan. Your 3-year plan was we're going to buy time until the next gen comes out. Hey, ball to ball, strike to strike. Now you got your next gen. Now you can say, oh, we can do so much more. Now we can deliver a game that's suitable. And I feel like you're doing better. You're trying to do, but I just don't know if EA can give us the game that we want because 2K was able to do some of this stuff. Backbreaker was able to do some of this stuff back on the old gen. So now they have all this new power, and when I'm looking at some of the same stuff I seen on the old gen, I'm like, what? Some of these animations are okay, but some of the animations need to get updated. Like some of these blocking animations, they need to get updated. Like the running backs doing the same block. Like Record Day pointed out how that lineman, when he blocks this guy, how they just stop right there. They should keep moving. These animations need to get updated. Like that looks good right there, but would that restrict you from being able to tackle a running back in the hole if he runs right by you? Sometimes EA animations, they restrict you. And so I wonder how much of the gameplay restriction is going to keep going to the next gen. Because I'm looking at some of the animations, I'm seeing some of the stuff that's happening, and I'm like, I've seen that before, and it's really not playing out the same way. And like y'all remember the 2006, man. Y'all remember the 2006 trailer when they hyped up everything and they just didn't deliver on the promise. Like that animation right there, we've seen that before. I want to see another animation. I want to see Drones Drew block somebody and hit somebody. This play right here, why do they cut this play? Why don't they let that play out? I want to see, did he actually grab Wilson, or did Wilson dunk up out of there and run away from him? I mean, let the stuff play out. Let us really see. EA, you're cutting this, cutting. And like, just let it play out and let us see with our own eyes, man. It's like y'all doing the hokey pokey still. It's like, well, you're giving us something, but you're taking that away and you're only letting us see what you want to see. With All Pro, I can let those plays play, and I keep seeing good stuff. I don't start saying, that don't look right. But with EA, when you even see the clips that they trying to show you the good stuff, you're like, huh. And with how they did the cover with Adrian Peterson, EA's already catered to Adrian Peterson for the last 4 or 5 years because he's been the top running back in the game. So it makes sense to put him on the cover because they already got the game like geared, the running backs and stuff run like him. I want to see the Reggie Bush run like Reggie Bush, like how he swings his arms. Does Jones Drew, does he run like how he's run with his hands like up close to his chest? Like I want to see all the players looking like their self, not just RG3, not just Cam and the big superstars. I want to see the guys on the teams that people don't even really watch. Do they still play like how they play? Because that's somebody's team. That's another player. He has his own identity. And it's like, man, I just don't know. And like with this right here, Adrian Peterson does this kind of stuff. But will other running backs do the same kind of stuff? Like Steven Jackson, yeah, but how about running backs that can't even do that kind of stuff? Will they be able to do that? Will Drew Brees be able to do this flip just like RG3 can? That's the kind of stuff I want to know. But let's get to the interview. Let's go.
Gen Madden, this is a huge deal. Madden's making the leap with the PlayStation 4, with Xbox One. EA's conference talked a lot about this Ignite, this whole engine thing. Tell me, what does that mean?
First thing first, IGN, I know this is your guy, but can we please get a guy that actually knows about Madden to do the interview? This guy's a casual gamer, man.
And what does it mean to Madden more specifically?
So EA Sports Ignite it's a collection of technologies into one common engine that we're basically using to build all of our Gen 4 titles across EA Sports.
Okay.
It's really a combination of an effort from engineers at EA Canada, from EA Tiburon, and really it's like a bunch of best-in-class technologies put together, where it's the rendering engine, AI, player movement, audio. It's just a combination of best-in-class tech that we can share and spread across all of our EA Sports titles.
And as we watch the demonstration here, you guys running plays, obviously graphically it looks better. I got a real-time demo over there. You can zoom in on the blades of grass, which is ridiculous. And I mean, some poor guy was working on all that just so it looks good here from this level. But what I found really interesting, right, is that you're layering Ignite on what was already working last year, right? Last year you guys made a big step with the Infinity engine, put physics into it and made it more real than ever. And now as we watch this, you see people tripping, stumbling, cutting, all these different things. What's happening with Infinity engine this year?
Another thing I noticed, the stands, like the stands kind of still look stale. I know this is at practice, but I still don't believe that they have a real crowd, like a realistic looking crowd. And I noticed that on the NBA Live commercials and stuff, their crowd doesn't even look realistic compared to 2K.
So, we actually have multiple layers. I mean, the thing that really makes Madden feel special on Gen 4, it's a combination of 4 elements. First, it's our brand new True Step locomotion system. It's something that actually a group of engineers on FIFA and a group of engineers on Madden worked together on as one group this year. It's a brand new step-based locomotion system.
I will say I love the when they're running, how their steps and stuff look like they're really touching the ground, and how their cleats and stuff have been looking in a few commercials or trailers I've seen so far. I do like that new aspect of the game.
Which means actually every individual step a player takes, even the little tiny ones, is calculated with incredible detail. So we know a lot of information about each step and what players are doing. So you get this sense of real momentum, shifting of balance and weight with every single move. You also have much more fidelity and control over every move.
I like this. The second defender shot, he hits Adrian Peterson, and Peterson kind of like stumbles forward and then it comes back. Like weight and momentum look like it's being respected right here. I like that. Lie to me. Make it sound fly to me.
And at any time and at every step. So you got this kind of foundational layer of the True Step locomotion. You then layer in something called Player Sense. So this is where we make 50 times more contextual calculations per second.
That's a lot.
This is using that kind of 8 times the CPU power of this on Gen 4.
Sure.
Really, it allows us to give players the ability. It's like taking the blindfold off. They can see the entire field.
They did it, man. Did you see Adrian Peterson? Look, he's pushing off the fullback or the guard, whoever that is, back. They finally put this in. We've been waiting 12 years for this. It's about time.
All the players and objects and obstacles around them, and then they can react on the fly. So you'll see, a character who kind of uses like a stiff arm to put a guy down in front of him.
Now that you mentioned stiff arm, I hope y'all upgraded your stiff arms because they look terrible.
But then he'll know to just like hop over him on the fly. So it's like instinctual and as they go.
That's the big thing, right? From I reviewed Madden last year, loved it, but like the little things were the little rough edges about the Infinity.
This guy said he reviewed Madden last year and he loved it. Now I know it's kind of hard to say you don't like a game in front of the guy that is ahead of the game, but that was not a lovable game. That was a decent game. So that's what I'm saying. We need a better guy to do the interviewing here. He's been phony.
And now when you play right now, when I get to pick up the controller, I see my running back, do a swim move off of his own lineman so he doesn't hit him and fall down. An automatic hurdle over a down player. There's all these little tweaks that really enhance it what was already great, right? Little tweaks that really enhance it what was already great, right? What was already great, right?
And it actually gets applied to a lot of defensive players as well. Whenever guys are passing each other in the defensive secondary, or if it's a linebacker going past a defensive lineman to through a gap in the line, they're just doing those subtle movements to kind of navigate with athleticism and like with their instincts to kind of navigate through that environment.
You're talking about movements in particular, but I know during the conference and then in the demos I've gotten, I've had to basically
look, man, this dude doesn't even know what football is for real.
Open Football Playbook 101 and try to figure out what sometimes you guys are saying, because you're talking about the defense reading the offense and switching off, and then defenders or your own linemen, reading who's coming and reading who's blitzing, breaking. Explain to me without making my head explode how you're putting so much football into these AI guys. Explain to me without making my head explode how you're putting so much football into these AI guys. Explain to me without making my head explode how you're putting so much football into these AI guys.
Yeah, so I mean, once again, it goes back to, we have 10x the memory, we have 8 times the processing power. That allows us to run, so many more kind of calculations.
Right.
Our AI cycles, our animation cycles, our physics cycles are going, so much faster and calculating more times per second. So, we have more players thinking more, making more intelligent decisions.
Okay, this brings me to my point why this man will sell so many copies. People are going to buy the Madden on the 360 and the PS3, and when they're not satisfied, when a new system comes out, they're going to buy the same game again because they're going to feel like, okay, newer system, more processing power, I'm going to get a better Madden. So they're going to buy the same game twice.
We rebuilt our O-line, D-line play from the ground up this year, something I'm so excited about because it's really the core of what football's about. So the line of scrimmage has so much going on this year, whether it's run blocking or pass blocking, it's completely overhauled. In terms of the stuff that you're asking about, our offensive linemen now, they work as a unit. They kind of have something called pocket awareness. So each one of the linemen kind of knows their role. They start with what we call pre-snap targeting. So we know what assignment they have for a play, given what defensive front is there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it ended back in the Gen 4 days, or Gen 3 days. So now what happens is they identify the mic, which is...
Now I'm going to tell you what, I am loving this. I am loving this, how he throws that guy, and the other guy, like the physics, how his body, they don't morph through to get to Adrian Peterson. I love that. And right here, how this guy's, he's jumping and his helmet hits the bottom of his butt and his thighs, and Adrian Peterson, he doesn't just morph into him and grab him. Adrian Peterson stays on top of him. I like that.
What happens in real football? It basically means the center, the QB is, you see Tom Brady in the middle of the game at the line, he's pointing at the defense.
Yeah.
He's identifying the mic. A mic is term for a middle linebacker. Basically signifies that's what I'm calling the center of the defense. And basically from the center outwards, they then count away, and that's how they decide what their pre-snap target is in a blocking scheme. So they're dynamically changing based on the front's changing who the mic is. Then after the snap is taken,
starting to explode.
the players are they're dynamically sorting and shifting assignments on the fly based on a late safety that's coming in on a blitz. And they all kind of work as a unit. All those linemen and the backs, the tight ends, they all work as a unit, as one, to pick up just about any blitz we can throw at them. It's really complex stuff, but it's really exciting, and it's real football.
Well, let's talk about some of the additions you have.
All right, these are my concerns. You see this right here? This looks good. It looks like a struggle, but will Adrian Peterson be able to break this tackle sometimes, or will the same animation always play out the same? And that's what I'm saying, like, is it using control or the animation?
I've been fortunate enough to see. Right now, if you do get tripped up, you have these moments of recovery where you can flick the stick back and forth. And then also, there's these new combo moves. Can we talk about that stuff?
Yeah, sure. So, I talked about the true step locomotion system, then the player sense on kind of adding on top.
Right.
And then we have our Infinity Engine physics, the runtime physics that layers in on top, which has been, it's calculating it twice the rate, so it's more accurate. And then the fourth key component is that we call it the precision modifier. And basically, we've gone to this control where we've got the reintroduction of the old acceleration burst, where basically as you pull the right trigger, you have control of those bursts of speed.
Yeah.
And then the left trigger, it slows you down a little bit, squares up your shoulders, you get into more short, choppy steps, but then from there you unlock over 38 different running moves and combos that you can use with the right analog stick while you're holding it. So basically it's like an ability to use a super juke or a combo juke spin. And
it's like Street Fighter. You're making Madden Street Fighter.
Not quite Street Fighter. This is it's
like Street Fighter. You're making Madden Street Fighter.
Not quite Street Fighter. This is.
See, this is why I don't like this interviewer. Like, this guy is laughing about something, making jokes about Street Fighter when we actually talking about a major improvement that could take Madden to another level if they pull this off. If EA can pull it off.
Realistic stuff that NFL backs do in real life.
Yeah.
And I'd say it's more fidelity and control on the field over these super athletes that you're controlling with precise movement.
When you start adding in combos like this, the super jukes and all this stuff, is there ever a moment of like, well, do we want to do this and risk alienating a casual Madden player, somebody who doesn't want to memorize that, they just want to sit down and play through a career? When you start adding in combos like this, the super jukes and all this stuff, is there ever a moment of like, well, do we want to do this and risk alienating a casual Madden player, somebody who doesn't want to memorize that, they just want to sit down and play through a career?
See, this is what I'm talking about, the casual gamer. They want to make it easy so they don't really have to learn. So they don't even have to go really practice or anything. They just want to play at their leisure. No, make this jump for the hardcore gamers going to stand in line and buy the game and want to learn how to play and really tough it out. Not no cupcake emo, man. This dude, boy. Look, Cam got some cool points right there. I don't know if y'all picked up on that, though, but he didn't even answer Buddy's question. He was just like, you know what, I'm not finna cater to these casuals. I'm finna make this game for the hardcore, real, I tackle my mama for the last copy mofos.
So the great thing about, you know, the precision modifier of these moves is you basically can just hold down that left trigger and just move that right stick around, and you'll get to do amazing different things with your back. The other thing is with the player sense feature, a lot of that's happening, you know, contextually on the field. The players are kind of doing it all the time around you. So you can make amazing things happen no matter what level of player you are.
Okay. That's good. I worry about it. I was always big, let's drop back 20 yards, throw across my body to a receiver I can't see. Those days are gone, and my friends make me pay for them, but awesome. Now, good. I worry about it. I was always big, let's drop back 20 yards, throw across my body to a receiver I can't see. Those days are gone, and my friends make me pay for them, but awesome. Now,
I like how Cam didn't joke around with Buddy right here. I think Cam is finally starting to understand that if he's get caught somewhere without any police and people find out he's the person that make Madden at a football stadium, he might get beat up. I think he understands it.
We're talking about Gen 4. We're talking about Xbox One, PS4. A lot of people, when we started doing our pre-show and post-show for the EA conference, brought up the fact that when Madden...
You see this kind of stuff right here? This almost made me get the lotion out, man. You see how Adrian Peterson is pointing at this guy like he's alive, like he actually know what's going on, like all pro.
Made that initial jump from Xbox to Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 version looked better, but actually had less features, a few, you know, one less commentator, stuff like one fewer commentator. Is that going to happen here?
Yeah. So, first things, you know, that's one of the first.
All right, here we go. He's talking about new gen to old gen, and Cam is going to pretty much come back and say the new gen Madden is going to be a little bit better than the old gen Madden. So you know what's going to happen.
The thing I keep kind of clarifying is it'll be a fully featured Madden right out of the gate on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. We're not losing any depth. You know, last year in Madden 13, we did a rewrite of all of our game modes with connected careers.
Right.
We're now it's connected franchise with owner mode this year. That system was built with this generational transition coming in mind.
I talked about this 2 years ago. I talked about this already.
So connecting all of our game modes into one connected universe and really building them to be connected for the future. And you're getting all of that with added depth and fidelity as you go into
Oh, I got my lotion out. Collision. If this is the kind of collision, I wonder can he do a linebacker the same way as just DBs?
Gen 4. So you're going to get a full featured Madden with Gen 4 gameplay and all of the depth that you had in the Gen 3 versions of the game.
Sounds pretty good, Cam. Cam, when does Madden come out?
Madden's coming out in late August on Gen 3, and it'll be at launch of Gen 4 consoles.
I'm going to get one of these people to give it up and tell me when...
Hey, this is totally off subject, but watch this dude come in from out of the left-hand corner. Hey, look. It's gonna get stupid, man. Wait for it. Wait for it. Watch Buddy. Watch Buddy. Here he come. Here he come. What in the hell is this? Look at little dude in the back trying to get a shine on. But hey, I want to give a big shout out sub of the month, my man Ram Jam Flim Flam. But hey, man, I always comment on my videos and stuff. So hey, big ups, bruh. I see you always checking in. And hey, hopefully people Madden's gonna get better. I don't think I'm buying Madden this year with Grand Theft Auto coming out, Battlefield coming out, and NCAA. I think I'm just gonna play those 3 games next year, and maybe the 2K basketball again. I don't know, but at Madden I'm not buying the next gen, not yet, because of all the new problems. Look, and Ryan Moody, I know you'll love this right here, dog. Look how the D lineman will not even reach out to try to grab the running back. The running back is touching them. I mean, it's touching them, and they won't even reach out and try to grab them. I can tell the animation still control Madden. Until that happens, that curse is broken, we are done.